Tassels are quick and easy to make, especially if you have a tassel maker tool like this one from Clover. But although this device makes it easy once you get the hang of it, to be completely honest, the included directions aren't the best, especially for visual learners like ourselves. So today, I'll quickly walk you through making a tassel with a gadget like this and share some of the things I had to learn the hard way when I used it for the first time. To start off, locate the yarn catcher on the side and secure the yarn in there. Then go ahead and wrap it around as many times as you need. A couple important things to note here. The length of the tassel maker is twice the length of the finished tassel, so only wrap it half as thick as you want it to be in the end. Second, if you're making a bunch of tassels and you want them to be identical in size, count the wraps as you go. Okay, then secure the yarn in the second catcher and trim that off. Now with that finished, you'll need 3 total cuts of yarn, but just 2 for right now. I'm using 2 different colors here so you can better see what I'm doing with them, and I like to make them a little bit longer than I need, so about 6 or 8 inches will do. Now a little disclosure here, from this point on, I do things a little differently than the instructions tell you, and I'll show you why a little bit later. Grab that first tail and find the center of the wraps, the part that only includes the front part of the wraps, and slide the tail through there and make a knot at the end. Then just rotate that and hide the knot inside and lay the loop up and grab your other tail. Tie this one around the entire group and arrange it so it's in the center. You can use the little arrows to help you figure out where the center mark is, depending on how wide you have it set. I found that to be a little bit confusing as well, so I just used a ruler and eyeballed it. Then pull the ends upward like this, so it sort of is like a V shape. Then grab those 2 tails from the back side so you're running them through the loop. I'll explain why we do this later. Then tie 2 more knots here on the back side. Now hold the center and cut the strands at both ends and feed the loop up through the middle. Now you may have to play with it a little bit to get it to look right. The idea is to have the loop look kind of like a ponytail does. Now for your third strand of yarn, again 6 or 8 inches is totally fine. You'll use this to tie it around the tassel to kind of get that tassel shape. I like to arrange it about 1/2 inch or so from the top. I tie it once, flip it, wrapping the 2 ends around so it kind of cinches it up, flip it over again, and tie it a couple more times. Now the reason I had you feed that second tail through the loop, and the entire reason why I do things a little different from the instructions, is because you can pull on this loop as much as you need and it won't fall apart. When I followed the instructions given with the tassel maker, and I tried this over and over and over again, I could just easily pull the loop right out of the center of the tassel. So this little adjustment will prevent that, and you don't have to worry about attaching a tassel to a project, and the moment somebody pulls on that with very little force, that it's just going to fall apart. That won't be the case here. So next you'll need to do a little work on the bottom, unless you want kind of a messier tassel. Just give it a trim and you're good to go. Now a couple more things I want to mention about this tassel maker. It's pretty easy to adjust. Just loosen the screws and slide it up or down, aligning the marks on the side. There's no need to take these screws all the way out, and you will need to keep them in this position here. If you do take them out and you put them back on the wrong side, it won't work. They won't stay in place. Now this is the larger of the 2 sizes that are available, and there are 5 different size settings, which is pretty nice. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Clover. I've just been making tassels by hand for years and really wanted to give these things a try for myself. So I ordered mine from Amazon, and I'll throw a link in the description for that, but you can also get them at some craft stores as well. Want an ad-free experience? How about the ability to enjoy all B.Hooked content before anyone else? Members of my Patreon community not only get to watch all videos completely free of ads, but they also get the PDF for all new patterns. Choose the Insider Preview tier for these perks, or if you really love patterns, choose the Insider Plus tier to unlock an additional 76 classic B.Hooked PDFs, as well as the entire archive of patterns released in 2021. Join my Patreon community today for all of these perks, as well as customized pattern support if you need it. You can cancel at any time if your financial situation changes, or if you simply change your mind. Links in the description below. If you can't get one of these gadgets, don't worry. You honestly don't even need one to make a tassel. Check out this video right here and I will show you how to make a tassel with stuff you already have lying around your house. Now, if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, would you do me a small favor? And that's to hit the like button. That'll let YouTube know that this video is worth sharing to other people who are looking to make tassels as well. All right, I will see you in the next one.